Hi, I'm Gregg Lindberg, Burnsville City Manager. I'm out to see firsthand the people and the jobs that keep Burnsville running.
All right, I'm trying to.
From police officers and firefighters to crews in our parks and streets.
I'm bad at this.
And the staff inside City Hall who serve our community every day. These are the faces and the stories behind the services that make our city work. This is the work we do. Burnsville's Forestry Department manages more than 15,000 trees across our city. Work that keeps our community safe, healthy, and looking good. That means checking tree health, removing storm damage, and staying on top of invasive species. Today, I'm joining Forestry Supervisor Brian Ulvin to help with some cleanup and see firsthand what it takes to care for Burnsville's urban forest. So tell me what a typical day looks like for the forestry team.
Sure. Our division, we're responsible for maintaining and managing all trees on city property. So that includes city parks, city right-of-ways, and also other public spaces like city buildings. And so we're responsible for the pruning of those trees, the watering, the mulching, and occasionally the removal of those trees if they present a safety issue.
That's a big job. So tell me what comes first when you're deciding what trees need what attention.
Well, safety is our #1 priority. So if a tree is dead or it presents a safety issue, like say it has a crack or a split in the bark or a branch that's hanging down that's broken, that's our first priority because we want to make sure we mitigate any risk to the public.
Storms and age aren't the only threats. One of the biggest challenges right now is emerald ash borer. Brian, what's emerald ash borer and how are we treating trees here in Burnsville?
Emerald ash borer is an invasive insect, and what it does is it cuts off the tree's ability to transport water and nutrients, which ends up eventually killing the tree. It's killed millions of trees in the United States. It was first discovered in Burnsville in 2018. And we currently treat about 1,500 trees.
What does that treatment process look like?
The treatment method that we recommend is the trunk injection treatment. So our contractor drills small holes into the trunk of the tree and inject the pesticide directly into it. The tree takes it up and it protects the tree for 2 to 3 years.
Emerald ash borer is a big challenge, but our forestry team is working hard to respond to the invasive species and to protect Burnsville's tree canopy. Residents often ask about trees on their property. That's another place our forestry team helps out. What should residents know about which trees the city manages and which are their responsibility?
Well, on residential streets such as this, there's the city right-of-way that is the dedicated public use area. So we're responsible for trees that are located on public property, and that includes the right-of-way. But if the tree is outside of the right-of-way and it's a private tree, then that's the responsibility of the homeowner. The maintenance, the pruning, the watering. But of course, if they have any questions, we are professionals, we can give them advice and point them in the right direction.
So if a homeowner has a question or a concern about a tree in their yard, they can still give you a call?
Absolutely, anytime. We're here to be a resource.
Brian, you mentioned you had some work lined up for me today.
Yeah, we sure do, Greg. So a common request we get from other city departments or from residents is to raise the height of the tree in order to get proper clearance over streets, sidewalks, or in this case, over the turf grass so the Parks Department can mow underneath it. And so to get that done and to do it properly, we're going to bring in the big ticket, our veteran arborist, Steve Watson, and he's going to show you how it's done. But before we do that, you got to get geared up with the proper personal protective equipment.
All right, Steve, I finally got the gear on. What do you want me to do?
We're going to trim out the lower limbs on the tree, and we're going to start with this limb right here.
All right. From a small trim to a full removal, our forestry team works to keep our public spaces safe. Brian, Steve, thank you for everything you do. You keep Burnsville looking great, our community safe. Really appreciate you and your team and showing me a little more about what you do every day.
Thanks for coming out. Thanks for your help.
As you've seen today, caring for Burnsville's trees is no small task. Trees make our community healthier and more resilient. From planting and trimming to removing hazardous trees and managing invasive species, our forestry team works year-round to care for the city's urban forests. Their work keeps our parks and streets safe for everyone to enjoy.